We are a community magnet. We try to build space that invites people in and encourages them to stay. So what we wanted to do with Founders Hall is create a unique space, a mass timber building that reduced our carbon footprint on this campus, but also when people came in, they just had a sense of pride that the way we built the building and the reasons that we built it with mass timber, that they could take pride in as well as we could take pride in.
LMN has been really conscious about the carbon footprint of our buildings and have been trying to test out on as many new projects as we can, what would it take to make mass timber possible. We did that with the Foster School here early in design. We tested the design as a concrete building, as a steel building, as a timber building. We had a lot of conversations about the costs and the benefits of each of those, and they were able to make that decision that timber is actually the best solution for their students, for living their goals of showing how business can work sustainably, and for capturing what's special about the Pacific Northwest.
Unlike other materials, mass timber holds in and traps in carbon from the environment, and that is basically sequestered inside of it. The mass timber structure alone results in enough sequestered carbon that's equivalent to driving a typical passenger vehicle around the world about 140 times.
The overall reduction in carbon, both operational and embodied carbon for this project, is about 76% over a baseline building.
And with a timber building, the construction process, it's fantastic. You put up a column, you put up the beams, you put up the floor, and immediately you can start building the next floor. Immediately you can start hanging mechanical, electrical systems below it.
A lot of the construction happens off-site. So when you're on campus, campus is a busy environment. It also is an environment where you disrupt classrooms if you're building for long periods of time. By putting the materials together and then bringing them to campus in a concentrated period of time so that it goes up quicker is a big benefit when you have activities happening in the space where you're building.
One of the great things about mass timber is that it's inherently fire resistant. These large members might char just a little bit on the outside, but they retain their inherent strength, actually even better than steel can. You know, steel might get hot in a fire and lose some of its strength and start bending, whereas timber can stay very rigid and very strong much longer. So in this case, using mass timber structure, we were able to get rid of all the fire protection that you'd have to put on a steel building and just reveal this structure directly.
And I think that the creative and innovative nature of this building encourages students to think beyond their normal bounds. If you look longer term and you start to incorporate the health of your community and the wellness of the people that work and study and teach in your building, so we teach our students to think more holistically about their decision making, we need to do the same. That's walking the talk.